Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to today's Sports Wrap Show. I am your host, Brian Munango, updating you with the latest sports news. Well, we did have a good weekend. As you can see, we still have the wallpaper of the Brave Warriors that is after they got knocked out in the round of 16s. But we will definitely talk more about that as we get into our special segment, Lesoko Joe.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Well, despite being eliminated from the 2023 African Cup of Nations at the last 16 stage, Brave Warriors coach Colin Benjamin remained upbeat following the historic breakthrough his squad had achieved in the continental tournament. The Taflaga Brave Warriors were sent packing after losing 3-0 to neighboring Angola in an eventful match in Bouake on Saturday night. Well, this is the post-match interview from Colin Benjamin.
How would you analyze today's game?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I think from a coach's point of view, uh, we started off very good. I think you could see the intention of the team. Then I think obviously the turnaround was that penalty, or not penalty, the send off of the Angolan goalkeeper. In my heart, and what you know from your experience with football, that is a situation you don't want. You don't want that situation. And I was hoping actually that that's not going to happen, in a sense that after that, and you could see it that uh, the mind, the mind automatically then tells you, oh, we are one guy up, and then everybody then goes 2-3% less. You have then 10 guys 2-3% less. That makes 30%. And at this level you will not be able to beat any team if you don't go 100%. But that's not intentional. It's basically just the soccer lessons that you get taught. And obviously the situations in that direct play, you get that 1-0, mentally then you are down, and you get a 2-0, 3-0. So in the end, I think obviously well deserved to Angola. Congratulations on that. But I think as a Namibian, it's a better pill to swallow. But we have to keep our heads up. We have to look forward. If you just think about it tomorrow morning, but I'm already here where I'm saying tomorrow morning you're gonna realize that it took us 26 years to to record our first victory at the AFCON. 26 years. We came here in 98. 26 years it takes us for our first victory. And in 26 years, we passed the group stage. We come into the knockout. So we have to take this thing step by step. We can really be disappointed. It's normal. But it's a lesson that we have to learn. That just gives us then the opportunity to say we have to go back and we have to start working again. That's it. But yeah, first of all, my eyes are red because it's emotion, but I didn't cry. Be rest assured of that. Um, yes, just like I said earlier, that the situation, I did not like that Angolan goalkeeper had got that red card, because, like I said, automatically, and it's not my player's fault, it's not our fault, it's just human nature. It's just human nature that you will take 2-3% less, and that resulted in basically having a 30% less impact onto the game. And I think if you look at, for example, we had the ball, then after that, because the Angolans obviously went into a defensive mode. Simple things like playing out the two against one from the back, where we can actually overplay the next, the first defense line of Angola. We're struggling with that, meaning that we're taking too much time on the ball in the build-up, and then obviously the opponent has time to close all those spaces, and came to it that we didn't find ideas on that, and with that the head starts turning, and that's how you get the goals against you. No, if you don't do your homework, 4 matches without a goal. That means then 4 matches without a goal. If you go into the group stage and you have no goal, it will be then 3 points. We had 4 points, for example. So we did score a goal, my friend. Namibia scored a goal. Yeah, I also said yesterday in the press conference that it's visible, the signature, and the signature of Trainer Gonzalez is really visible on that Angolan team. They play a good ball, they have a good structure, they've got good individual players on the wings. So that's the work of a trainer, and you can see that they understand that they are in sync with it, and that's really good for them. We congratulate Angola on that part. Whether I'm gonna stay on, this is football. You never know what's tomorrow. That's why we live for today. And today we have to work on this defeat, and tomorrow we stand up and we look forward. So my Korogole, just for your information. Yeah, obviously, I think my the younger players that we also give chances to play, they have to learn from it that, at this level, you need a good physicality, you need a good strength. Speed is really important, so you have to keep working on yourself. You have to be an athlete, otherwise, you're not gonna survive. And as an African, you need to have that speed so you're able to outplay situations 1 against 1, 2 against 1, and that's why the world comes to Africa to come get these 1 against 1, 2 against 1 players, and that's what we have to work on. That's what I saw, or what I learned from this, and yeah, it's good that these young players came through here, that they can learn, and the only thing that I would also say to my players is to say that the moment you stop learning, then that's the end. And it's for them now. If somebody, a coach, whoever tells them to run 10 kilometers, then they have to run 12 kilometers. If you're going to be in the gym for 1 hour, then be in the gym for 1.5 hours. Basically, you just have to do more than what is asked of you. That is period. There is no shortcuts to success. You have to do more than your opponent. Imagine if the two of us have the same talent, how is the one gonna win? It's just through work, hard work, and that's what I'm gonna give my players. And President Alassane Ouattara, we have to give him a big hand of applause for opening the purse of Cote d'Ivoire and availing these world-class facilities in all aspects, whether it's the stadiums, the roads, training grounds, infrastructure generally. He set such a huge standard that I think it's normal that whoever comes next has to uphold this or go further. That is good for our continent. We can be proud of that. That's the one thing that I'm taking away from it, and we have to give it to the Republic of Ivory Coast. And obviously for the organization of CAF, they put a lot of effort in here. You can see what it is that we are doing as an African child and an African. And then for my players, it was a top experience. We came this far. We are proud. And like I said yesterday, that script, whoever wrote the script didn't have Namibia in the last 16. We're going to be proud of that. We are proud of that. But it's also now for us to say that, yeah, this is going to be over. It is over. We have to then work harder than we did now. There's no two things on it. I think every Namibian child out there saw that it's possible. We have to dream, But dreaming alone is not going to make you come to the next stage. You have to work. Guys, so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, have a pleasant evening.
Oh, that's wonderful. And that is what champions do.
It feels good to football with GoTV.
Works the space well and scores.
Nobody but GoTV gives you all the games of La Liga and the DStv Premiership.
This is extraordinary. Oh.
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter and the world's favorite cup competitions. Get your GoCoder with 1 month of Super for only $799 to enjoy the football Vuma. GoTV. Love it.
Well, the Nedbank Namibia National Time Trials and Road Race concluded last weekend, where Namibian road cyclists in the different disciplines received the honors of bearing the Namibian national cycling jersey. The cyclists Kevin Lowe, Roger Siren, Delcia Janse van Vieren, Monique Du Plessis, Ferra Luza, Alex Miller, and Dricus Coetzee received Namibian national jerseys that will enable them to represent the country in road race events. While Namibia's top elite cyclist Alex Miller, Dricus Coetzee and Ferra Luza made headlines this weekend by winning their respective race categories. At the Nedbank Namibia National Time Trials and Road Race Prize Giving Ceremony last Sunday, Vice President of the NCF, Tauko Shilongo, announced the team which will represent the country at the 2024 African Games in Ghana. With all that being said, let's have a look at the interviews.
I got Alex Miller, winner of the elite men's race, here with me today, the Nedbank National Championships. Alex, it was one hell of a race. Well, I understand from your co-racers, Dricus and so on. I understand it was a close one to the finish line.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was a close one. I mean, obviously finishing in a sprint. The route was a good route, a good course. I really enjoyed it. A little bit more hilly than normal, which is good to see. And I think, in my opinion, national champs shouldn't always be a hard race. You know, especially if you have stuff like African Games or African champs coming up like we do have this year. It's important to have a race that's the same distance that you race there. So, in my opinion, it was maybe a lap too short, but I think it was a good effort all in all. And yeah, I mean, it was a close finish, but I felt good in the sprint, and I knew I had a good sprint on me. And Dricus and I got away on the first lap with Kevin, and then we dropped Kevin on the second lap, and after that we just worked well together, and then finished up in the sprint.
Alex, the Cape Epic is your next big one, I understand, middle March, or is there something in between that you're going to race?
There are a few races now in 2 weeks. I'll be doing Tankwa Trek with Matt, my teammate, and then the next big thing will be the Cape Epic in March.
That will be Matt Beers. What is
Cape
Matt?
Epic?
Yeah,
Yes, Matt Beers. Yes,
Matt Beers. I remember that. And congratulations on the Attakwas, that goal that you clinched there for Namibia and for your team.
Yes, obviously with the new team, Toyota Specialized, it's always nice to start the season with a win, and Attakwas has always been one I wanted to win. So I'm happy I managed to do that last weekend. And yeah, I managed to had a good idea what the form is like, and obviously it's good, and now it's just building until Epic and for the rest of the year.
Alex, thank you very much for your time and all the best.
Thank you. Thanks.
Ferra Luza, the winner of the elite women's time trial on Friday afternoon here in Windhoek, and today she clinched the road race for elite women. Vera, congratulations. You're back in both seats. You got your title back because last year there was a bit of, I understand, an injury that you had. How was the race? And just something short, please.
Yeah, my time trial was actually not as satisfying as I hoped it would be. I still have the leg issue that I had last year. I'm just managing it a little bit better now. So yeah, I just gave it my all and ended up being a good time, I guess. And then today, yeah, it was a hard race. It was a different course to you normally. It was much more climbing, which suits me better. So we made the climbs hard, and then eventually I got away on my own on the last lap and could put it through.
Okay. So the Mamba, or the Black Mamba, what they call it, that suits you a lot because you're a good climber.
Yeah, in Namibia I'm a good climber. It's steep enough so that people can't just profit from your slipstream.
Yeah.
So you can make it really hard, and then if you have a gap at the top, you can just bring it home. But it's actually still quite a far way, and it still hurts. But it was a good race. So.
Finally, after the national championships, what is your next move? Where's your next competition?
I'm going to South Africa next weekend, and then in 2 weeks' time I'm doing the Tankwa Track in South Africa. It's a 4-day mountain bike race, and then the weekend after a big marathon race in South Africa in Buko Big 5. And then from there the final preparation starts for the Cape Epic, that is end of March.
But you're in a team for the Cape Epic?
Yes, the team, Cape Epic is always in a team of 2.
Okay.
So yeah.
With Kim?
No, unfortunately I can't race with Kim. I'm racing with an American girl. Not naming any names now, it's not out yet. But yeah, Kim is unfortunately on the road. I can't race with her anymore, but I hope I found a worthy substitution for Kim.
Substitution. Mira, thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Driekus, second year in a row, and the 6th time that you clinched the time trial title. How was the race yesterday? And then you can go on to the road race today as well.
The time trial was good, my legs felt good, so I just kept the constant speed. I like to do the time trials on the 2 days before because it opened up my legs for the Sunday, the road race. Although many won't agree, certainly I do stuff differently, so that's my way of opening my legs. So I had a great run there. And then today was also a very, very, very good competitive race. Obviously me and Alex and Kevin, I established the early breakaway, and from there on we were free. And on the second lap of Mamba, I had pushed the pace a bit again, so it was me and Alex for the remainder of the race. And as the race progressed, obviously it is a punchy course, punchy climbs. We had a real battle between each other, and we matched each other pedal stroke for pedal stroke right to the end. So the level, we're on quite a good level, both of us. And unfortunately, like we know, when it comes down to a sprint, mostly I'll be a runner-up. But that is fine. I'm very satisfied with how the weekend went, and now I'm looking forward to take on my second ultra in Morocco in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you on that one in Morocco. There was a rumor going around. You say 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, so I'll be participating in the Atlas Mountain Race. It's a 1,300 kilometer race in the Atlas Mountains. And at this stage, the record time is 97 hours, which is 3 days and 20 hours. And I'll be up against the world's best ultra athletes. So I'm really looking forward to that in the mountains, in the snow, and the -5, -6 degrees, something new for me.
Sure. Driekus, thank you very much, and good luck and all the best with that one in Morocco. We know you can do it.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Give us a round of applause. The athletes and the spectators. The good thing of being vice president, you don't say a speech because the president has said everything. Without any further ado, I'd like to announce the athletes that will be going to All Africa Champs, Africa Games in Ghana. In no particular order, I'll start with the females. Monique Duplessis, please come up. Olivia Shililuka. Andri Frier. Jean-Marie Mostert. Team captain, Andri Frier. Go back to the guys. Kevin Lowe, Martin Fryer, Denzel Debu, Adrian P. Team Captain Martin Fryer. Over to the officials, team mechanic, Joe Militavali.
Well, before we do move on to Ari, we all know that the round 7 and round 8 of the Women's Super League took place this weekend. So to take a look at a few of the results, as you can see, Namib Daughters beating V-Power Angels. The highlight is Ongos Ladies, who beat Okahanja FC 7-0. Girls and Goals got 2-0 against Beauties. As you can see, Komas Nampo getting a 1-0 over Unam Bokis. There definitely some interesting scores. Ramblers ended off the scoring with 4-0 against Nast Babes. Well, that's all the time that I do have for you guys here. Ari Okhat is on standby with international news.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It's FA Cup round 5 action that will follow on the 28th of February. Still a few round 4 games that needs to be played in the FA Cup, and already confirmed for the 28th of February is some of the Premiership teams playing against each other. Firstly, it is Luton Town that's got a tough assignment. They will play the defending champions, that is Manchester City, at home, and that's on the 28th of February. And then Bournemouth, they will play against Leicester City, and Wolverhampton versus Brighton. Some of the other games confirmed for the 5th round of the FA Cup. A few games to be played still. It is Liverpool that's already through to the 5th round. They await the winners of Watford playing against Southampton. So that game will be played on the 6th of February. That will be a home game for Liverpool in the 5th round. Also, Chelsea and Aston Villa, two big clubs in the Premier League that play on the 7th of February. That is still a round 4 game, and they will have a home game, whoever wins, against Leeds or Plymouth, and they will play on the 6th of February. So lots of action in the FA Cup still to come. Round 5 games scheduled for the 28th of February. And continuing on to cricket news, and a great performance by the South African women's team, the South African women's Proteas team. They beat Australia in the second T20 game that was played in Australia, and it's the first time ever that South Africa the women's team beat Australia in white ball cricket in 23 previous games over a few seasons. And it was the first T20 game that Australia won. The second one won by South Africa by 6 wickets. It was Australia that batted first, 142 for the loss of 6 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. Then South Africa scoring 144 for the loss of 4 wickets. And the big run scorers for South Africa, Laura Wolfhard, the captain, she scored 58 unbeaten runs from 53 deliveries. And then also opening batsman Tasman Brits, a great performance, 41 runs off just 28 deliveries. She helped the South African team to get off to a good start. The third and final T20 game in that series will be played on Tuesday, and that will be played in Hobart. Staying with cricket, 2 exciting test match series that continue, and the first one is England that play against India. They play the series in India. It was England that dramatically won the first test that was played, the first of the 5 tests, and it is the second test that will be played in Visakhapatnam, and that will start on Friday. And then also it is Australia that hosts the West Indies. They've played 2 test matches. It was West Indies that won dramatically also the second test by 8 runs, and now they play a one-day series. Firstly, it will be 50 overs, one-day games, 3 of them. The first one will also be played on Friday. And to conclude today's international sports news, it is American football news, or it is gridiron as they call it. The Super Bowl final will be played on the 11th of February in Las Vegas, and it is a Super Bowl 58. It will be a repeat of the 2023 final. It will again be the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending champion, and they will play against the San Francisco 49ers, and that will be played in Las Vegas on the 11th of February. That's our international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.